Hey there, rock stars. Sarah Rockin' Robbins here. Welcome to the blog at sarahrobbins.com. I'm a former kindergarten teacher turned network marketing professional, and I'm really excited because it is the month of March. March is National Reading Month, so I thought we would focus this month's blog series on the art of storytelling, because as network marketing professionals, we are paid storytellers. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to share your story and your company story in a powerful, professional and packaged way. Now here's the thing I want you to do. Get out a few note cards, take some notes today, and I want to challenge you to work on creating your story right away. I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to package it and stay on track with what I call the 4 Ps. Now if you're doing your presentation, you're talking about your company over coffee, conversation, or a formal presentation, you're not going to reference the 4 Ps, of course. It's going to be a little guideline that helps you to get started and just sharing your company story. But before we talk about your company story, let's talk about your story. You know, people buy you before they buy your business. They join you before they buy your business. They want to work with people that they know, love, and trust. So your story, your personal connection to your company is more important than anything else. So let's talk about packaging your story first and foremost. Who are you? Why were you looking for an opportunity? How did you find your opportunity? What attracted you to it? And what is it doing for you, or what do you plan on it doing for you? Again, who are you? Why were you looking? How'd you find it? Why did you choose it? Why did you ultimately join? And what did you plan on it doing for you? I'm a teacher by trade. While I love teaching, unfortunately, because of the economy, I was facing the loss of my job. So I had to pursue extra income. My search led me to my current company. I loved the freedom and flexibility, but the ability to earn some extra money on my time off and, of course, my school vacations. And the best part is it allowed me to retire from teaching and fund children's education and, of course, orphanages all around the globe. Now, for that last part, that may seem really big, right? That's, where we're at today. But keep in mind, my why has evolved over time as our story has continued to grow, our success has continued to grow. But initially, the best part was it allowed me to really design a professional life that fit around the rest of my life. I was able to earn some additional income in part-time hours. So, enough about my story. Let's talk a little bit about our company story today. So that's your kind of transition, right? Or, what's allowed me to experience this great success is our company. I want to share with you a little bit more. I want to share with you a little more about it today. So we're going to kind of transition into the 4 Ps and talk about how to tell your company story. Your company story, if you're following kind of 4 bullet points, would be your partnership with your company. So a little bit about it, your products, and I'm going to talk to you about how to talk about your products in a minute. You're going to talk a little bit about your programs and really the pay plan, but not numbers, so to speak. Just more about how network marketing works and why it's an attractive business model. And then positioning and timing, why they couldn't have picked a better time to hear about your company. So let's review. When you're telling your company story, you're first going to talk about your partnership with the company. So, why did you choose your company? A little bit more about it. What is it all about and what makes it so great? The next thing is your products. Now, I'm not talking about ingredients and usage. I'm talking about your experience with the products, others' experience with the products, and marketplace demand. Stay away from all of the factual, overwhelming information, because that right there could deter people from joining you. They don't want to know all the facts and figures. A lot of times they want to know, does this work and why is it so great? Next, a little bit about the programs that your company has in place, specifically things that will help people to learn, because a lot of times their main objection that they're wondering is, can I do this? So, training, support, different bonuses, incentives, anything to help them get off to a really great start. And then why you think network marketing is the best thing since sliced bread. Why is this business model attractive? Little overhead, the ability to become profitable right away, and of course, the long-term ROI that's significant as well, the long-term residual income. And last, positioning and timing. You couldn't have picked a better time to hear about us. The time is now. Let me share with you why. Then the cool thing is, after you conclude that conversation, you can say, so tell me, what questions do you have today, and what would you like to learn more about? I'd like you to take the conversation, steer the conversation from here. That's where you can handle questions, answer objections, and take them to the next step. When you're done with the conversation, after you've handled the questions, answered objections, you can say, so what I'm looking for is people to try our products. If you're in a skincare company, get great skin, and people to join our fun and fast-growing team and get great discount on the products, but earn some money as you share them with others as well. Which intrigues you the most? And see what they say. And next steps. If they're interested in your products, introduce them, make a recommendation, assume the sale, ask for the order then and there. If they're interested in the business, tell them next steps, whether you're going to send them links or even offer them an enrollment appointment. I'd like to walk people through the enrollment. And if they're not interested at all, no problem. Who do you know this would be great for? I build my business on referrals. I would appreciate yours. So let's review. As you're talking about, you're sharing your story over coffee, conversation, presentation, always open up with your story. Who you are, why were you looking, how'd you find it, why'd you choose it, and what is this opportunity doing for you? But enough about my story, let's talk about our company story tonight. And then you're going to tell your company story through the 4 Ps. The partnership with the company, a little bit about the company, why it's unique, a little bit about the products, maybe just an overview, your product story, your experience with them, and really the marketplace demand, why so many others need to hear about your products too. Then a little bit about the programs in place to help people to succeed, from training and tools, of course, to bonuses, incentives, and why really the network marketing program is the best thing since sliced bread. You don't have to say that, but I'm just being fun, of course. And then last but not least, positioning and timing, why they could not have picked a better time to join you, whether it's a new product launch, a new country launch, whatever the case may be. Maybe even something special that you're doing on your team. Now, enough about me. I want to hear from you, right? So this is the next part. Tell me what questions you have and what you'd like to learn more about, because I'd love to have you steer the conversation from here. That's where you answer questions, handle objections, and then you assume the sale. You ask for the order. Tell them what you're looking for. People to try your products and join your fun and fast-growing team. Where do you see yourself fitting in? All right, guys, I hope that this helped you in developing an outline in sharing your story and your company story in a powerful, packaged, and professional way. Keep in mind, it should only be about 5 minutes. They should do the rest of the talking from there. Hope it helps, guys. Don't forget to share this with your team, and I'd love to hear your comments over on the blog at sarahrobbins.com. Goodbye for now. Rock on, rock stars.